What's poppin', y'all? Que es la que hay, and welcome back to my channel. For today's video, I wanted to sit down, talk some girl talk with you guys. It's been a really long time since I've actually done a video. I have been very MIA. I don't have any good reasons. I've just been really MIA. But I just wanted to go ahead and create a cute little look. I'm wearing like this really cute butterfly dress situation, so I was thinking maybe like an orange situation with a nice brown liner. So we'll see what we can get into. I'm going to share everything that I'm going to be using in this video with you guys, as always. Of course, if you have never seen me, if you enjoy what you're watching, go ahead and hit the subscribe button down below, hit the little bell, that way you get notified whenever I post a video. And of course, comment down below if you enjoy any of these products, what you think about the topics that I'm going to be talking about, because we're going to get into some topics. So I hope you guys definitely enjoy. I'm so sorry I've been MIA again. I'm also using a brand new lens I actually purchased recently. I figured I want to start creating content again for you guys here on YouTube, but I want to make just good quality content for you guys. Let's go ahead and get started with the video. All right, so I don't know if my last video my hair was like this, but I did do a change here in my hair. It's a little bit different. I definitely love it. I have to get it retouched, but I definitely love how everything has turned out. It looks a little frizzy down here just because literally I've been out all day mostly, so it's gonna look like that. But I wanted to let you guys know I'm using my favorite lip oil of all time. Literally, it's Grape by LA Colors, and they sell these at like Dollar Tree. At least that's where I buy mine, at Dollar Tree. Anytime I go into Dollar Tree, I literally grab one or two of these, whether it's in grape, strawberry. I've gotten watermelon before. I've gotten a bunch of different flavors, and honestly, grape is my absolute favorite, so definitely cop that if you can. Let me pull up the I just had to change my memory card to another one, delete pictures. I'm not prepared today, but we're still gonna ir con todo en este video, porque la verdad que no puedo. All right, so let's finally get into it. So I'm gonna go ahead and go in with my brows. I have these two products that I'm gonna use. All right, so for brows, I'm gonna use the ELF Espresso Pomade. I don't really like brow pencils, but you guys already know that by now. If you've been following me for as long as I've been doing YouTube, then you know this. But first topic we're gonna talk about here is gonna be the whole Selena situation that's been going all over TikTok. I hope you guys know what I'm talking about. Also, don't mind my little flequito there. The whole situation that's been going on with TikTok and Kim Kardashian trying to inquire possibly about using one of Selena's infamous dresses. Let me tell y'all, I've seen so many TikToks about people who are just so opposed to it. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. She did that for the Met Gala, which I'm pretty sure you all know about. But she did it for Marilyn Monroe's dress that she wore for like the famous Happy Birthday to you, you know, situation. And although it was like, you know, oh, she's like wearing a dress about like a famous woman and cool, whatever, it was still kind of like a stretch. I don't know about y'all, but isn't that just a little weird? But whatever, no one to judge. I get it, trying to have a moment. And she looked pretty. Was it one of my favorite like Met Gala Kim Kardashian looks? Not really. Khloe definitely killed it though. That for her being, I think it was her first year going to it, she definitely killed it. But my thoughts on her trying to wear that dress, Let me just say, that dress that she's thinking about wearing is the infamous Grammy dress. And let's be real, Selena looked absolutely gorgeous. Like, her body is like, her body was bodying. At that time, it was obviously like taboo for artists to kind of pop out like that, but Selena definitely stuck out, and she was gorgeous all around, and her looks were always like on point. She was her own designer basically. Now, I don't know if she helped design that look. I can't remember right now, like off the top of my head, if she helped design that look for the Grammys or not. But that was such a beautiful look, and I don't know, I don't think it should be touched. I am a little scared though, because a lot of the comments in the comment section were basically like, Abraham, if she came with the right amount, Abraham would definitely let her do it. And we're not gonna get into this with Abraham Quintanilla, because we're not. He is just an interesting man. In a sense, he was like the Joe Jackson of Latino culture in a sense, and I get that, but I don't know, a lot of people always attribute him to like still getting paid off of her money, and it's been, not gonna lie, Selena's been dead for like what, 20 some odd years. I can't remember how long it's been. She's been dead, what, since 96, so like 26 years, and he's still getting paid off of her. And anytime that poor Chris, which was her husband, tries to like, you know, voice his opinion on their relationship or like anything that's happened and talk about her or anything, like the whole situation with the book, he didn't like want certain things to like be revealed about her, and like it was basically him telling his story, like, excuse you. So back to the whole thing. Do I think it should be worn? Absolutely not. Let's leave it alone. I feel like she has access to so many designers and stylists, mainly designers. Like, she's been in this industry for a while now, where in fashion she's looked at someone, you know, who's worth looking at, whereas before she wasn't like one of the top people, but she was still being very influential. And I think, in my humble opinion, and I'm pretty sure everybody's thinking the same thing, at least from what it looks like, everybody is literally thinking the same exact thing. Déjalo quieto, déjalo quieto. Like, no, like, there's no reason for it. Just don't touch it. Just leave it alone. Don't touch an iconic dress. I understand, like, para la foto and para estar en el internet and showing it off, like, it is not worth it. And let me tell you something, if for whatever reason she ends up wearing the Selena dress, oh baby, she will have more to worry about than just Yolanda. And because if anything brings us all together as a country, as people, it's definitely Selena. Like, I think everyone universally just loves Selena and her music, and it brings people together, and it's such just a vibe. So I just hope, for her sake, she decides to just leave it alone and not even think about it ever again. Like, go mess with someone else. I seen a comment of someone who was like, she better not think of even wearing I guess like Jenny Rivera, any of her iconic looks. Also, I'm using for concealer the ColourPop Pretty Fresh Hyaluronic Creamy Concealer. Mine is in shade medium 90W. I've never used this concealer. This is actually going to be my first time testing it out. Let me know what you guys think on how it looks, because obviously I want to get your feedback on it for it being my first time. So far it's good. I just used it underneath my brows, so let me know if it looks good all cleaned up. So anyways, yeah, I've seen so many people comment like, let her not try with any of Jenni Rivera's dresses, because let me tell you, she is gonna have so many people to answer to as well. But yeah, homegirl Kim, you can figure it out some other place with another freaking dress with someone else's legacy. Let's just leave it alone. Let's just leave it alone and find something else to make headlines about. I think it can happen, right? I think they've been doing this for so long when it comes to like dealing with the media and all this stuff that they've had to deal with. They know what to do. And honestly, what if it's probably just one of their little, just to have people talking about them? That happens too. That happens too. So I wouldn't be surprised. Also, I got this really cool, just like for like dry makeup. I put it right here and then I just move whatever product I did have on the brush. I got it at Dollar Tree. It's worked. Anyways, so I think we're done talking about the whole Kim K Selena dress. This is also going to be a Kim K topic. Kim K's hot right now. But I actually, I don't know if you guys seen, but Kim just came out with a collab with Dr. Dre and Beats. And they're like this cool nude situation that looks really cool actually. And I would actually buy it, not gonna lie. I would actually buy it. Like, why not? It looks pretty good. Kim knows what people like. If there's anything Kim does, is she gets to a bag anytime, anywhere. So good for her. Good for Kim. And honestly, that's all I have to say about that topic, because what else can we say? I mean, honestly, there's so many headphones at this point, but whatever. I have two here. And I got one as a gift and the other one I bought. One of them is Beats by Dre and the other one are AirPods. I mean, that's a good, just a little combo, and that's all I'm getting for now. Or for a long time, honestly, until one of them obviously breaks. Alright. Now, something exciting that's happening this month is my concert. So I'm going to be going to a concert for, but to see Daddy Yankee. If you know me, if you grew up with me, you know. Also, I'm using this Norvina palette. It looks like this. Here, let me do this. Hold on. That's what it looks like. I just went in with this shade right here. And next I'm probably going to go in with like this orange shade up top. Just because I'm just trying to do this beautiful just brown shade. I mean orange shade, and then with the brown liner. Anyways, so yeah, my Daddy Yankee concert is happening. It's at the end of the month, so I believe it's on the 28th. I'm going with my cousin, and like I was just saying before I like interrupted myself, I'm so excited. Like, if you know me, if you grew up with me, if like you're a close family member, you know that Daddy Yankee has been just literally a part of my life at this point, and I just love him. Like, everybody loves Daddy Yankee. And obviously when he announced that he was retiring, it wasn't such a surprise. Like, let's be real, the man has been making music since the 90s, since 94 to be exact. So it was inevitable and the way he's, you know, retiring, he's definitely retiring in a good way. Like, the man has done just about anything. Like, if you are a millennial in my same age range, I'm about to be 28 years old in December, then you know that Daddy Yankee has done it all. He has done music in almost every decade, every couple years, every whatever. He has revolutionized reggaeton in a sense. He has changed his sound, he has adapted, he's come out with his own sneakers, clothing, has his own record label, he came out with a movie. Like, he's done enough. Like, I think he has done everything that you can really think about. He has a big collab that he did with one of, you know, pop culture, R&B, just in general, one of the biggest names ever, which is Janet Jackson. He's worked with people like Lloyd Banks, he's worked with Tony Yayo, he's worked with Snoop Dogg, Fergie. Like, he has crossed over. He was probably one of, no, he's not probably, he was actually one of the main people to actually bring out what it is reggaeton. And when Gasolina first hit, the world wasn't ready for it. The world wasn't ready for it. So it's a big deal. If you haven't noticed, I already ordered my shirt and my necklace that arrived already. I just have to order pants. I'm going for like a super, just, I'm probably gonna vlog, so I'm gonna wait to show you guys what I'm gonna be wearing, but I'm going super like casual. I know sometimes for like concerts we dress up. I'm gonna add like a picture of the last concert that I went to, which was the Mike Towers concert, and I actually just wore like a cute, like simple black dress with like some cute heels, and then I changed to like these really cute sandals. But for the most part this time around, I am gonna leave with my voice. I'm gonna leave enjoying myself, dancing and just moving around, and so I'm so excited. I'm so excited. And if for whatever reason you come across this video, Daddy Yankee, which I don't know if you will, but I want to meet you. It would make my life, literally make my life. I've been waiting for the same thing for I don't know how long. I remember whenever I would go to Puerto Rico for the summer, because like summer vacations for school, that's where I would go, and I would be like, oh my god, what if I come across like Daddy Yankee like getting on a plane going somewhere. And I remember my cousin one time was like, he's probably taking a private jet. He like totally ruined like my dream for me. I was like, you know what, ain't nobody like you. Just kidding. So yeah, I'm so excited. I noticed that the one in Miami that they're having is actually having like a meet and greet situation, which I was like, oh, why didn't they do that over here? But in all honesty, I tried to go back after I bought my tickets and everything, because since I go to a lot of concerts, it automatically let me know, like, I did the pre-sale. It automatically gave me the code in order to get in before everybody got in. So my tickets were actually very cheap compared to a lot of the tickets that a lot of other people were getting. I only paid $200 for 2, and that's really good. The last Daddy Yankee concert that I went to, which wasn't just Daddy Yankee, it was the Daddy Yankee and Don Omar concert. That one I paid like $172 ish, and I think it was for 2, and it was like VIP, so I did good with that one too. The only thing I hate about concerts is like the floor seating ones is I'm really short. Like, I'm 5'1", so like sometimes I feel like I'm missing certain parts of the show. Like for the Daddy Yankee and Don Omar one, I actually got on top of the chair that I was sitting in and stood up until some hater that worked for the arena was like, you gotta get down, and I was like, you're fucking tripping. So I ended up getting down because I didn't want to get tossed out. I was like, you're not ruining this experience for me, sir. So yeah, but that show was actually really good. That was the King of Kings concert. And that one, actually, what I can say, because he's already done his interviews and stuff like that, so this is not anything new that I'm saying, but he explained how like they would say at the end of the night who did better with the concert, and it was always like Daddy Yankee's side. And I can 100% say that, hold on, I'm fixing my hair, I'm sorry. I can 100% say Daddy Yankee came out, killed it. It definitely showed a difference. So if you are having a Daddy Yankee concert near your town, wherever you live, I would 100% recommend that you go, because it's gonna be worth your money. He really puts on a show and it is so worth it. I think anytime an artist like really goes in on like their production and how everything just is laid out, I think it's so beyond worth it. And my battery is dying. Yay, Jesus Christ. So I'm gonna stop the video right here real quick and then I'll be back. All right, so we're back. Haven't touched anything on my face, haven't done anything. I just keep looking at the mirror, I mean at my viewfinder, because I want to make sure it's crispy. I feel like it's not. You guys let me know in the comment section. If not, then this video will be done again. And yeah, so anyways, back to what we were talking about. I am really excited for my concert. I can't wait to go. And bada bing bada boom. So next thing to talk about is, I'm gonna skip one of them. So if anybody who listens to like hip-hop and R&B, right now everybody's been talking about Irv Gotti and Ashanti and Nelly and Drink Champs and Ja Rule and Murder Inc. and just everything with them. And I wanted to get y'all's feedback on it. So as Dame Dash would say, that was so random. Irv Gotti was being a chatty catty, or what is it, a chatty patty? Whatever. He says a chatty patty. He was being a little bit of a chatty patty and talking about just him and Ashanti. And I'm gonna grab something behind me. I need a specific brush, and the ones I put right here in front of me, they are not working for what I need it to be. Hold on. Right there. Perfect. Okay. So basically, if you haven't watched Drink Champs before, Drink Champs is a podcast with legendary Nori and DJ EFN, and they usually have I was watching Small. They usually have a bunch of different guests that come on, and like usually they're like legendary people who have been in the hip-hop industry for a long time. So when these two people came on, it was nothing weird about it. Also, can we talk about how this Norvina like palette mirror is amazing? That's the one I've been using instead of the one that I have in front of me. Amazing. Just amazing. I'm gonna go in with a really dark brown shade, which I don't know if I have. We'll see if this works. If not, then I'll be grabbing another one. But anyways, basically Irv Gotti and Ja Rule make their way onto Drink Champs because the Murder Inc. movie is going to be coming out, and or not movie, documentary. And obviously they were promoting, and they've been on radio shows and so on and so forth. And something that always comes into topic is the fact that Irv Gotti was in a relationship with Ashanti. And anytime Irv Gotti can and falls for, as he would say, the bait, he falls for it and answers any question that has to do with her. And he did this time around. Focus. He did this time around. Obviously he would. And yeah, I think I'm gonna get a darker brown. I did it without having to move. Anyways, so he ended up talking about it, how him and Ashanti were in a relationship, how he made the song Happy after they had sex and he was in the shower. At one point he kept calling her like a bitch, and Ja Rule checked him like, you need to stop calling her a bitch, like you have to stop calling any female a bitch. And he checked him, as he should. And honestly, I feel like if you have anyone in your corner who does that, they're a real one. You don't want to have people in your corner who are going to be disrespecting women like that and just get away with it. And if you're a real one and you know that, then you should do as so. So anyways, the topic of conversation was obviously about that. And honestly, I'm just not even feeling what I'm trying to do right now. I think I'm just gonna leave it as is, to be honest, guys. Yeah, I think I'm gonna leave it as is. I'm not gonna add any brown. I'm just gonna leave it, just because I feel like if I add something to it, it's gonna fuck it up and I'm gonna be so mad. I am gonna add yellow though. Yellow could be a really good topper. So anyways, he makes certain comments and he gets checked once, twice, who knows. He's drunk at this point. He talks about like how he found out that Ashanti and Nelly were dating and how he found out. And basically the way he found out was like on TV at like a baseball game. I mean, not a baseball game, a basketball game. They were like, oh, there's commotion around, blah blah. And that basically they came back from break and were like, oh, it's Ashanti and Nelly and blah blah blah. And that's how he found out that they were dating. And he was like, he was truly heartbroken when it happened, but obviously it's been 20 years. Why would he care at this point, right? Cool, but it seems like he cares. I'm not gonna lie to you, it seems like he really cares. So the big discrepancy is when the whole thing comes out, fans start saying like, okay, why are you still talking about her? Like, why don't you just leave her alone? There was a point where he talked about like her getting her, I think it's her, like her instrumentals back. Obviously, if you know about the music industry, you know that, let it focus. There we go. If you know about the music industry, then you know that if you ask for like what's called your instrumentals, technically what you can do is actually produce the same freaking song all over again, and that way you get paid for the song, because your current the person who has rights to the song, technically they're basically not releasing it to you. So you can basically go back in the studio, record the same freaking song that you probably came out with in freaking 1902. And that's actually something that TLC did when they came out with the movie, the TLC movie. They actually ended up recording one of their albums because Pebbles didn't want to release it from like to them. So they got the instrumentals, they re-recorded everything, and bam, now they are able to get paid for their actual music. Isn't that crazy that that is something that happens and has happened since the beginning of time in the music industry? I find it so crazy, but whatever. And she wants to do that. She asked for the instrumentals. She didn't really say it was for that, but reading between the lines, I'm sure that's what it was for. And he was like, no. So he made an emphasis on that in the interview, and it was quite interesting. So they just talked about that, and once the interview came out, this is the thing that I hate. People like to go based off of 1.5 minute clips and think that the whole interview was just that 1.5 clip, you know, when it is actually so much more. Also, has been one of my favorite primers for a while, and it's the Milani Skin Quench Hydrating Primer in hyaluronic acid and coconut water base. And yeah, what was I saying? I can't remember what I was saying. Oh, okay, that's what it was. So the interview came out, whatever, and oh, that's what I was saying. Okay. So the interview came out, and one person who kind of commented was Fat Joe, and he was kind of like, oh, like, why didn't Jaru kind of like stick up for her in a sense, and kind of called him a sucker, and he was just like doing a little too much. He also made a comment about Irv Gotti, and Jaru even explained in the interview, he's like, they're grown, I'm in the middle because she's my sister and he's my brother, but they have their issues, they need to figure it out. Like, that's on them. Obviously he was sticking up for her, and if you watch the whole video, the whole interview, then you would know that. But Sir Joe did not do so and made some comments. I get it, you're sticking up for your sis, and as you should. Like, no one's saying that that's like what he shouldn't have done, but coming at Jaru, I think, was like, come on, we're doing this right now. That was like my only thing. The whole thing with like him saying stuff about like Irv Gotti, do it. I feel like when you're just trying to like forget about a chapter in your life and just move past things, it's really difficult to do that when it's being continuously reminded to you, especially when you are in the media. And I know it's difficult for like, well, I'm sure it's difficult for famous people because anything that they do is like front and center, and if they make a mistake, it could have been like 25 years ago, people are still gonna remember that. And I'm sure at this point she's like, dude, let it go. Like, you've talked so much about this that it's lasted as long as our relationship, like it's lasted longer than our relationship actually did. And I get that coming from like a woman's point of view. I also get why he would want to talk about things too, because I'm sure hearing like narratives about things has kind of gotten to him at this point, so he feels like a need to really defend himself. And okay, cool, like I get it, like it makes sense, but you're doing the most. Certain people, they don't know how to speak and think about what they say before they actually say it. Like, if you sit back and think, okay, this is what I want to say, and then you think about the way that you wanted to actually portray what you were trying to say, you look back and you're like, oh, I can't say it like that. Correct what you're trying to say and then continue saying it, then it would work. Especially when you're on like radio platforms and stuff like that. It's so important, especially from like a artist point of view. Like, you want to make sure that you're literally not feeding into what radio stations and podcasters what they want. They want whatever is going to get the ratings, and not every podcaster is the same, but they're going to ask the questions that people have questions about, and that's their job. But a more political answer would have been, hey, this and this, but I don't really want to touch on the topic. In the future, you know, I'm open to actually work together, and this is for her, so hopefully she's listening, blah blah blah, period. That's it. But homeboy went in, and he's getting dragged for it. Pretty damn dragged. Also, I got this Real Techniques brush. Apparently everybody's been using it for their under eye concealer. We're gonna see if it's any good. I'm probably gonna record a reel doing so if I'm talking on my phone, I might actually just fast forward it, to be quite honest, because I don't want to bore y'all with this. So I just created a reel, but I wanted to show you guys how it looks. So I used this brush by Real Techniques. It is a setting powder and highlighter type of palette type of brush, and I used it under this eye, and honestly I love how it looks. No creasing. Wow. Anyways, I'm gonna do this side. If you want to check out the reel, go to my Instagram. I always have everything linked in the bio below, but just in case, if you have any questions and want to follow any one of my social media accounts, it's going to be all in the bio below. I am shook. So where were we? Irv Gotti talking about Ashanti. So I don't know if you guys have ever heard the term, like, when you drink, like, you tell the truth in a sense. And honestly, homeboy was telling everything. So in my humble opinion, I don't think he's over it, and I don't blame him either. Like, especially if you were in love with this person, and the way he explains it, he kind of just, like, I almost feel bad for him, but I don't really know if I should. The way he kind of explains it is as if she, like, basically dumped him because he was getting whatever. He was probably going to be going to jail. That's literally what I was trying to say, but with the I word, and I'm not going to try that again. So at the time, I think she was like 21 or so, and not sure about you, but I don't know how I would feel, like, thinking back at that age. Like, that's hard on anyone, especially if you're going to be going away for how many ever years. That's going to be hard on anyone. Obviously, he beat the case and he didn't go anywhere, but at that point, homegirl got to move on. She's 21. She just wants to live her life, and honestly, it's not her fault. It's not her fault. And I feel like anyone in that situation would have done the same thing. So if anything, Jaru also touched base on that, and hopefully Joe went back to see the video so he could see that part. But as far, oh, also I have not named any other things that I have used. The powder is by Wet n Wild. It's the banana shaped, the banana powder. It's my absolute favorite. It works wonders. I don't even know if I've repurchased yet, but I'm pretty sure I did. But anyways, whole point of the story is that did not go the way that they probably saw that going. That happens to a lot of people, and I don't know, man. It is such a messy situation. Let me know in the comment section if you know what I'm talking about and if it makes sense. So last thing I actually wanted to talk about, because we're literally almost done. Last thing I wanted to talk about, ready for this one? Ready for this one? What do you guys think about all this slack that Lori Harvey gets? Now, Lori Harvey, I guess I've been following her for a long time because of her dad. Obviously we all know who her dad is, which is Steve Harvey, and I've known who she is even before she was like part of being influencer type, I guess is the way to call her, or is it like, is she more or less like celebrity? I don't know. You let me know. Maybe I'm just wrong. Let me know in the comments. But anyways, the whole spiel with that is she was obviously in a relationship with everyone's baby daddy, which is Michael B. Jordan, and they broke up, and everybody was like being skeptical about like what happened. And I guess like what everybody kind of came to the conclusion about was he was ready to like settle down and get married, and she was not with it. Now it could have been something else, and that could just be like what has been circulating, because let's be real, social media creates things all the damn time. So nobody really knows like the actual thing. Maybe it was that, but the story is that she obviously was just not ready for it, so they broke up. And there's like this stigma about her, about how like she's with everyone, or she has been with everyone. And I don't know, I feel like it's really, maybe it's just who I am. I like to see both heads of things, and I feel like you can see that she's literally, I don't know if she's like 24 or 25. She's 24 or 25 years old, and she even was supposed to get married at some point too, but point is she didn't. And when she was 21, and I kind of caught this Bumble interview that she did with Tiana Taylor, and she talked about how like at 21 she wants something completely different now. She wants something completely different than she did when she was 21, and I feel like everybody does. I feel like the person that I was even a year ago, hold on, the person I was even just a year ago is definitely not the same. Like, you look back at the person you once were and are like, oh my god, like how did I think that was okay? And that's just what happens. Like, you grow, you change, you figure out new things about yourself. That comes with age. And I say that confidently at the age of 27 because it's something that I've learned. Like, at 21 I wanted to go to school and become a neurosurgeon. At age 27, that is no longer what I want to do. I am gonna go in with the Dewy Coconut Setting Mist Long Lasting by Elf. This is actually a really good favorite. It's like on my chest. So anyways, I think that as you age, as you grow, what you want is gonna change as well. It's just, it happens. That's what happens when you start learning things and seeing things and just figuring it out. It happens. So in that sense, like, I get it. I am also the type of person who, I haven't been with a whole lot of people, but that's just me. That's just the person that I am. Do I fault anyone for dating? No, I can't. It's always recommended for you to date, just to get to know yourself and what you want and your needs and stuff. But, you know, I can't say anything about it. The only reason that a lot of these people are, you know, the reason she's always out there is because she's a well-known person, and anybody she is with, she's going to be, they're going to be out there. I think she needs to just continue just working on herself, figuring herself out, focusing on that. I think that's like literally the only way for me to put it. Also, this is the Essence Brave in Semi Matte lipstick. I haven't tried this before. What you guys think? If what I said is crazy, if supporting her is crazy. Because a lot of guys are really offended. I've seen a lot of comments that said that guys are only offended because she's doing what guys usually do with like dating and stuff, and that could possibly be true. There's a double standard, and guys are okay with doing certain things, but when a woman does it, it's a problem, and that's the real issue here. It out a little. I'm gonna go in with a mascara by Benefit, the Bad Gal Bang. So anyways, like I was saying, let me know what you guys think in the comments below. If she has a point, if she just, you know, needs to explore life. So that's actually pretty much gonna conclude the video. I was gonna add some Ioni lashes, which honestly are my absolute favorite lashes right now. You can get them at the dollar store and they're actually really good. But that's actually gonna conclude today's video. I hope you guys definitely enjoy this little girl talk. I hope I can cut it down and slim it down, because I'm pretty sure I talked a whole fucking lot. So don't shoot me in the comment section. But I hope you guys definitely enjoyed. Let me know what you think down below on any of the subjects that we covered, and any other girl talk conversations that you want me to pinpoint, whether it's about boys, whether it's about whatever, celebrity, pop culture, gossip. You let me know what you want to see and I will provide. Thank you so much for tuning in. I appreciate you guys tuning in and following me. And if you haven't already, subscribe, like the video if you enjoyed today's content. Of course, hit the little bell so that way you get notified whenever I post a video, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.